somewhere safe.
Yes. Just a moment. I'm going to do a little something that's going to make it easier for us to get by. And he's going to kind of like wave his hand, and you guys can see that magic is flowing, but it's like subtle magics, and you kind of like see everyone like begin laughing and partying and stuff like that because they think stuff's going good because Ibarra won and all that. So they're kind of like they feel confident. Let's just say that. But you kind of notice that it's a little abrupt that they start getting all excited and stuff. And he kind of like looks at you and he's like, just a little distraction. Keep them occupied. And he's gonna lead you a little bit further into the wood.
What the fuck? Hold on a second. What the hell did he just do?
Magic.
You don't.
Don't you think you're like a mage or a sorcerer or something? Don't you know magic when you see it?
Yeah, but like, did he just make everybody party? What the fuck?
Pretty much.
Pigu, this guy is bad news.
You know what? I thought that too originally. I have changed my mind though, because he returned my after the bastard stole it.
I
Alright.
do apologize about that. I don't like getting that close to people. But you wanted to speak somewhere safe. We were last in shadow, and I don't think it's a good idea to go back. The hounds might catch our scent. Let's just say they're
Hounds.
not fond of intruders. Perhaps we should try the Warren of Hood this time.
I
The
know
Warren
a,
of what?
I know a couple shadow hounds. Are they friendly, the shadow hounds?
They wouldn't be to me,
Let's go
and
there.
they're usually left to their own devices when in their warren and not directly being commanded by Shadow Throne. So if you were to stumble upon one and its master not be close by to tell it otherwise, it most likely. But what I had said earlier was that we might attempt the Warren of Hood, the god of death.
Yeah,
It's another ghastly place, but I do have to to him.
let's go.
So he's gonna just like open up this like Liddy portal kind of thing, and it feels cold as fuck. And do you guys follow him through as he like goes through and it's kind of like fun? Viso's like, wee.
I'm like,
Ivar kind of like looks at you guys as like, are we actually doing this?
Pigu, bad news bears.
I'm going right through.
Ivar kind of shrugs and follows.
Bad news bears. Can
Come
I
on,
like, can I
Ozzo.
poke my head through?
As do you attempt to do so?
Yeah, try to poke my head through, see what's on the other side.
Cool. As you begin poking your head through, you're like pulled through, and
Ah!
Ivar grabs you by the face and just pulls you through.
Rude.
And then it like um closes up, and all around you is just a barren, lifeless landscape. The air is extremely cold, and he quick Ben turns to Pigu and is like, "And you said we needed to talk. Is there something that's come up?"
Yeah, yeah. So since our talk, two main things. One, we've stumbled across Ozzo, and we need to touch base, get everybody on the same page, and bring him up to speed on what we chatted about previously. And two, I've had an opportunity to correspond with, well, you know what? We gotta with a certain deity, and we're gonna have to address that second once everybody's on the same page. I'm just realizing here that it was only me, Viso, and Quick Ben last time. So we need to talk with Ivara and Azo and get them up to speed first before what I'm going to say is going to make sense. So, yeah, Azo, we tried to slow Quick Ben down because we didn't trust him. Turns out he actually knows multiple deities, multiple gods, and he was able to steal my marble, which is how I can stay connected with the Chained One. He returned it to me, which makes me think that he's at least somewhat trustworthy. And then he took us into the Shadow Realm. That's what he mentioned previously, which allowed us to sort of talk freely without fears of scrying from, you know, humans or from gods, which is why I wanted to sort of have this chat here right now, somewhere that's relatively safe. Now, Azo, I'm sure you're probably freaking out right now. Do you have any questions with just where we're at?
Why is it so cold here?
Oh,
That's
that's
it.
most likely Hood. You see, you see a jagged. That's why I need to talk. Perhaps he knows if one still.
You are cutting out.
Yeah, what was that?
Oh, sorry, my phone was a little far away. Can you hear me?
So far, so good.
Yeah. He said, well, that's the thing. Hood. When he was not the god of death, he was a jagged, and perhaps he knows if one still lives. As he who is aware, we possibly require one for our plan. Well, my plan. I'm not sure Higu's fully on board yet, so that's why we're all here.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
Yavara jagged?
Are you talking about your Toblakai friend over
Oh
there?
yeah, that's right. Sorry. All these savage races are a little much to remember.
they are savages.
Um, Icarium was, you know, tall, green skin, tusk,
Oh, well, close. I was close.
kind of looked like the trolls from Warcraft.
So all of these wars that are being fought right now, the things that are dragging us around from continent to continent, they're all based around the actions of the gods. They're all like various factions of various gods and being influenced by gods. And we're at a stage where we just don't have much of a choice in the matter. We're just getting pushed around. The group we're currently with, I talked with some of their higher ups. What they want to do is they want to destroy the Chained One by harnessing the power of a Jag, by harnessing the power of like a Carium or a Carius or whatever his name
Not,
is.
not destroy the chained one. They want to destroy the infection that he spread throughout Mother Earth, which is basically rendering magic extremely chaotic and volatile.
I thought that they were going to do that by destroying him.
No, they were going to um, basically remember how they explained there was the chamber down below where the Earth Mother sleeps, kind of thing, and that if she wakes up, you guys don't. So, basic like if she were to wake up there, every time there's like a volcano erupts or there's an earthquake, they say that Burn, the Earth Mother, stirs in her sleep. So basically, right now she's infected with a fever, and there's a very high chance that it's gonna get real freaky real fast. So before that happens, they hope to like sort of freeze her so that the fever doesn't you know well fever's hot, so you apply cold.
Oh, I
Um,
totally thought that this was about destroying the Chained One. No,
well,
eh?
He went on about wanting to help the Chained One because, as he said to you, when the Chained One came down, he broke apart into various pieces, and he believes one of the pieces is one that you speak to, and he believes that most of these pieces, especially the one he used to, are being great pain, and that they want like basically share that pain with everyone else and destroy the world and etc. etc. And the only way that he sees possible to remedy that situation is bring these pieces together, possibly put the god back together, and then try to
Yes.
send him back to where he was.
Yes. Okay. So the current path that's happening, the current course of actions is the Chained One is making more and more progress towards destroying the world by waking the Earth Mother, and in process killing himself and everybody else. Now, that is not my most desired outcome. I would much prefer to be able to
Neither
wreak
is
havoc.
it mine, Kigu. Neither is it mine.
I enjoy the havoc, especially I would love to
Viso
bring
doesn't
some
want to
home.
die either.
Oh my god, of course you don't. No one was asking you, Viso.
Viso feels a little unincluded here. Just wanted to talk. Sorry.
um, anybody else gonna chime in about how they don't want the world to break up and be destroyed?
Ivar is like, well, it would be kind of shitty.
My
Yeah.
world is already broken.
Oh my god, Oz, are you going through that emo phase right now?
I was just about to say, really, even I felt that one. I feel kind of sad now. Thank you for that. Your name is
Wait, who
Ozzo?
feels sad?
Quick Ben.
Oh,
I don't want to talk to you right now, Mr. Ben.
okay.
And at that moment, just behind you, Ozzo, make a perception check, but with
Behind me?
advantage. Yeah.
I see nothing through my dark bangs. Exactly.
So you're like, what's going on? But you feel there's like a chill behind you, and everyone else sees that behind you, manifesting behind you, is this tall, gaunt figure wrapped in black robe, and from under a large black hood, two tusks are protruding. I heard finger.
A tall, dark finger, and I was like, ah!
No, bigger. Um, and you just kind of hear Ben Adefon de la.
I
Why have
immediately
you
get out
brought
of
these
any sort of
intruders
path between
here?
the two of them. Fucking ninja roll. I don't want to be between him and Ben, especially since it's behind me. It's freaking me right out.
Okay, yeah. So you like ninja roll forward, and you turn, and you see this like it's basically like death, but imagine like um well, you know how Icarium looked like, but him as like death,
Let us out of here,
and
Ben.
basically
We're so
So it's the
portable.
god of the
told,
god of death has just shown itself to us.
yeah,
And I mean, I don't know if Peter knows this, but is there a relationship between death and Viso?
no,
Other than it'll come
Oh,
for her at some point.
oh, Viso is the decay god, right? Decaying god.
yeah, decay, yeah.
Okay. So it was just talking to
Um,
Quick Ben. Why have you come?
why have you brought these intruders here? And he's just kind of like, I actually came to speak to you. I was just having a conversation with my companions in the meantime. I don't like games. Are you playing games, Ben? No, not really. It's just, you see, the infection is rendering magic kind of hard. I already fixed that. I offered you my protection, did I not? Yes, 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 and that's all well and good, Hood, but you still owe me a few favors as well. Agreed. And I'd like you to offer protection to this kobold here as well. And why would I do that? Why would I help the mortal sword of Drek? Little one, do you know what is coming? Do you know what your god has in store?
Yup, yup, yup.
Nope, nope, nope.
Your path will be hard. Your trials will be many. It will begin soon. This one is a truant. Why is she here then? He's kind of like gesturing towards Ivara, and Ivara is like, not part of this conversation because apparently Adam isn't here, so I can't really talk for him. But Quickman's just gonna be like, she's their friend. She's here with us. She shouldn't be. And with that, he's going to look at Ozzo, and he's just going to be like, and you? What purpose are you here?
Oh, God. I don't have a purpose. I'm here because apparently I need to know things. And all I know is this was a bad decision.
It may seem like that, but everything has its due course. One who works to a shadow should know that.
Are you talking about Ben?
No, he's talking about you.
Pigu's pretty shifty as well.
True, and he has aligned himself with a malign force. You realize your God's true intent.
You talking to me still?
Are you talking to
No,
me?
he's talking to David now. He's kind of like just moving down the line.
I was like, I don't know who is my real god, for fuck's sakes!
He wants to bring everything down, doesn't he?
If by doubt you believe in utter destruction of all the warren in the one you are residing in, then yes, the death of all mortals, of all the demons of all the other realms would be gone.
And how do you feel about that?
I am indifferent to most things, but I have planned. And then
Right.
he's like gonna turn away, and he's just gonna be like, "You will have what you seek, then, but keep in mind one thing." As he begins like dissipating and stuff, you just kind of hear like the whisper echo away. Like he's just kind of like dissipating, and you just kind of hear, "Even the god of death must die." And it just kind of like blows away in the wind. And he's like, "What does that mean? That's very ominous. I don't like that."
Is that what Quick Ben says?
Yeah, and then you just kind of hear like chuckles in the distance. Okay, well, we should probably be leaving now, because this is about the
Whoa.
time.
But we're not done talking yet. This is about the time that what?
Oh, once I'm done talking to him. He usually likes to send things that don't like being dead.
So we have to leave. Oh my God. So we barely got any time to talk.
Well, I have an idea.
I'm so
Okay.
confused.
And he's going to open another portal. And he's going to be like, after you?
Where
I'll
does
go
this
first.
one lead?
You'll see.
Where do I need to move my character, or are we just gonna meta or like imagine?
Oh, this is all just theater of the mind right now.
Cool. Pigu, head first.
All right, cool. Pigu, you come out onto fields of grass. You see a lush blue sky, but you're obviously not where you were before.
Well, this is nice.
There's kind of like a cliff. You look over it. There's a little beach down there. The waves are washing up. You see some seagulls flying through the air.
Okay. When are the other
Um,
people coming through?
Viso and Ivara come through. Then Quick Ben goes through, and I'm guessing yet again Ozzo's gonna be like, "God damn it, where are we going?"
Basically, I don't want to stay here. Not
Viso's
alone.
just like. Well, you go through and you see that like it's very nice. It's very serene and stuff.
Do I recognize this place?
No, not at all. This is like a totally different place.
I don't like it. Where are we, Quick Ben? What is this place?
He's gonna show you actually. You guys right now are here.
Hmm?
It's a good thing you brought a map. Mr. Quick.
Sorry, I still don't. I didn't see it.
North.
Okay, I see it. I see it now.
Northeast
Thank you.
area.
But yeah,
Okay.
there's like
Yeah.
yeah, you guys can like he explains that you can talk here. You're quite far away from anybody, any prying eyes at the moment, and he is also going to cast Leoman's tiny hut as well, just in case.
Okay. Okay. So we did to continue where we left off before we were rudely interrupted.
Yes, sorry about that. You know how the gods can be.
So full of themselves.
We shouldn't
I
meddle.
wouldn't say that they're full of themselves. To be honest, right now, I think most of them are.
We
Or what?
Huh?
Most of them are what?
Scared.
Scared. Yes. Yes, they're scared and they're all scheming and they all have plans, and those plans often involve sending armies to go fight each other. What we need to do is we need to focus on the real problem and come up with the solution. The god I happen to associate with is bent on destroying everything, and we've just established that is bad. That's where we left off. We should stop him from destroying everything, and Quick Ben had a great suggestion of fixing the Chained One and releasing him, because if we do that, he has no reason to bring down the world anymore. He's doing it because he's in pain. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Mm.
Yep, yep, yep.
How do you
Okay.
heal a god?
Well, this
That?
particular god. Oh, Quick Ben apparently
No.
knows. Let's let him.
No, he was just about to be like, that I don't know.
Ah, well, I don't have the full roadmap to doing this, but I have a few steps to get us started. So, as Whitben has theorized, he thinks that the bit I happen to associate with through the marble is one piece, and that there are other pieces in other objects. Ivara, I know that you're not really being controlled by Adam right now, but that sword that you're obsessed with happens to be of interest to the Chained One for this reason. What we would need to do to get this action plan going is to retrieve that sword and destroy it.
We,
I'm gonna let Adam react to that when he hears about it.
I don't.
But I'm assuming Ivaro would go something along the lines of, "What? Oh my God! Yeah, we should probably destroy the sword."
I get the feeling too from our previous conversation. So I think Ivara agrees. I like to think so.
um,
I'd like to think so as well.
as Ozzo, I don't like this idea. Your god is clearly capable of horrible things in pieces.
And yours isn't? Oh, in pieces. Oh, yeah. So
If we rebuild it, it may even become even more dangerous. There must be a reason it's in pieces.
because it was brought down here, so its power could be harnessed by the, in quotation marks, other gods. Like, I am very little respect for those.
Well, what originally happened, as as um as it will be explained again by Quick Ben, is that um like High King Kalor, that dude that fought Ivara and tried to kill Silver Fox, that one crazy chick and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure Ivara probably remembers more of that than you guys. But yeah, he had this empire that basically covered most of the known world and a bunch of super powerful mages, wizards actually, like mages, sorcerers, etc., etc. They all like got together in a huge group and tried to bring down the god Droy Kalor, and in doing so, killed themselves and sent the gods scattering across the world, bringing just destruction across his entire empire, right? But obviously failing in killing him. But in doing so, um, these pieces, like, they were these just like lodestones of power and stuff like that. So instead of letting them fall into the wrong hands, the gods got together and chained them to various, you know, places, objects, etc., so that, you know, they wouldn't use for horrid things. But as the various pieces have influenced followers and have begun developing worship here in this plane, they are now gaining more power to do the things that they are doing. And sadly, now that they are Mother Earth, they are slowly but surely poisoning her, which will cause her to wake, and therefore, once she wakes, the world and the other worlds don't. They get bye bye. So yeah.
So our options are stand by and let nothing happen, and then the poisoning continues. It is freeze the fever, and without addressing the root cause, problems will happen again in the future. Or we address the root cause, which is there's the chain god brought down to earth, can't do anything about it, and is hell bent on revenge. And if we can heal that, we can remove that vengeance and that drive, and maybe we can continue to exist.
Now, my question for you: Have
You're
you
cutting out.
brought this up? His question to you is going to be, have you talked about this to your goddess?
I've brought the idea to light of fixing him, and that's why I know about the sword.
I see. So part of Purple God has been in Dragonfur. That is what you're speaking of. I've
Still breaking out.
theorized about it. Sorry, can you hear me?
Well, right now.
Yeah, he's gonna say so. Oh, so a piece is within the sword. I've been theorizing about that myself. I've thought about it myself. Like he wasn't sure about it, but now that you've brought that, he's pretty damn sure. Like this
Okay.
is kind of news to him too, and yeah, he's gonna bring up a pretty crazy idea though. Um, is there any way I could speak with your god?
What would you want?
Well, perhaps an actual audience, not so much just like, have you ever summoned him to manifest before?
I have not. I've not done that. I can explore the idea further, but if he isn't expecting it, and if he, I have only brought up the idea of fixing him as his servant, you know, as a representative of him, without indicating that I've been working with others. And I don't know how he will react if I give him that information, that I have let other individuals know about this plan, about his situation. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I completely understand that. Hmm, we could get back to that on a better time. But I think we're all in agreement that something must be done. And I think a good
Yes.
place to start would be speaking to Anamander Rick about that sword. But last I
Yeah.
heard, it flew off. Do you guys have
Yes.
any idea about what happened there?
And I think Ivara fills us in.
Yeah, Ivara's gonna be all like, I told him about some lady we met that turned into a big dragon, and then he said that he was going hunting. And then quick Ben's eyes go wide and he's like, "Oh dear, that changes some things." Okay.
What happens now? What does that change?
Oh, basically we're gonna see if siblings are gonna work things out or they're gonna keep squabbling. And he kind of like makes like a little like smirk at that. And he's like, "Sorry, sorry. Um, yeah, yeah, that's not good. That means that Lady Envy is about, and when she's about, that's usually not good.
Okay, not good in what way?
She likes to cause trouble. I mean, not big trouble, just
But
you know,
trivial, distracting problems that
yes,
prevent us from doing important things.
she's when she's the type of ascendant that, how should I put it? Have you ever met a child who, if the attention wasn't all on them, they threw a tantrum?
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, well that's something we're gonna have to figure out. Something before we get that far though, I was hoping to talk about was your magic cards that apparently I am in and Ozo is in.
What?
Magic what?
You remember how
Card
there
type?
were the cards and then you did the readings and we figured out that
Oh,
I am
oh,
the Magi
oh, oh, oh,
Chains and he's
oh,
the Magi of
yes.
Shadows.
Well, you saw that, and you told them
Let's
that
fill in
it looks a
Ozo.
lot like Ozo. Well, Ozo, here, and he hands you a card,
No, thank
and
you.
Would you like to look at it?
I don't like the sounds of what's happening right now. What is this thing? Why? No. What?
It's from the deck of dragons. They're used to foresee the future to a degree.
I've heard of them.
All things are not set in stone.
But what is this?
Well, then you would know of the Magi in Shadow, and he like hands you the card.
That's you. You didn't trust me. I'm good with magic.
It's like, does it look like me?
Yes, I
As
was
you
so
look at the
upset
card,
that I took a swig
the
of blood.
figure is like, okay, so basically you look at the card, and it's just basically like a blurry, shadowy figure, but then like the blurriness and the shadowiness seems to swirl away, and you kind of like see yourself standing there holding a staff in a dark robe, and you look like very powerful and prominent and stuff, and you're just like, huh?
I throw it. I let it go. I'm like, "Hua!"
Quick, Ben uses his
Oh
mage
my
hand to
God.
catch it.
Get over yourself, man. You're stuck with these shadows already. What do you need to move past this?
I don't want any of this. I just
Yeah?
want to live my life.
Yeah, me too. But you guys keep dragging me around, making me talk with people and fight battles. I don't want to do that shit.
This is exactly what you just did to us. I don't want to go through 2 different portals. And that quick
come
Ben
on,
showing
look at
me a
this
magic
place.
trick.
Do you really want to
You-
walk
you
back
sure?
to camp?
I didn't say the portals were
Isn't
bad.
this
I'm
place
just saying
nice?
I didn't want to go through them.
But we needed to so we could get you up to speed.
Do you know how dangerous magic is right now? Quick Ben's been blessed by death, for fuck's sakes.
He owed me
So,
a favor.
you've been blessed by Shadow.
No. No, I haven't.
What at your wrist?
You look at your wrist and you see that black shadowy bracelet there that's like permanently there. You can't take it off, and you're like, "Nyeh."
I cover it back up. We don't talk about it.
So
Ridiculous, too.
you're in league with Shadow. You're in league with the crippled god, and you're in league with Drek.
Wait, Drat? What? Drat?
He's looking at Viso.
That's what the
Viso,
death guy
what are
said.
What are you in line with, Viso? I don't think we've ever talked about this.
She's talked to me about this before, and it's horrifying. Prepare yourself.
You are horrified by a lot of things, Ozzo. I don't think that's necessary.
Just you wait. She was like, I'm going to destroy the world.
Viso no want destroy world.
Yeah,
Viso
I don't
just-
think Viso said that, but it came out of Viso's mouth.
No. Viso said rest the Church of Pal. It's prayer to Drek, the worm of autumn, who Viso is mortal sword. Yup.
Will you
You can
recite
say
it for
prayer too.
us?
Oh yeah, Viso do lot. Viso does lots of practice. He's really good at this. Okay, so Viso like begins levitating a little bit, and your eyes kind of roll back until you only see the white. And she's just like, and this comes out like perfectly clear and not stupid Viso. Like it comes out like you'll see. Bless the falling leaves, bless the gray skies, bless the bitter wind and the beast that sleeps, and the wary blood shall feed the soil, their fleshly bodies cast down into your belly, and the dark winds of autumn shall rush in hunger, snatching up their loose souls. Caverns shall moan with their voices. The dead have turned their back on the solid earth, the stone and the type of the sky. Bless their onward journey, from which none. The souls are of nothing, no value, only the flesh living, only the. Bless our eyes, Drek, for they are open. Bless our eyes, for they. And then she kind of like settles back down on her feet, and her eyes come back, and she's like, Viso did good? And
Yeah.
Quick Ben's just like this. Viso did good, yeah. Why that scary scare Ozo. That nighttime prayer. That's supposed to help you sleep.
Oh god. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying there, Viso, but it does not sound like a nighttime prayer.
But yeah, because then if you don't wake up, you know that your body goes to Earth and goes to Zack.
Some
It's
terrifying
beautiful
stuff.
because you're
I think it's
just
a beautiful
sleeping.
sentiment, so I think Gazo is just sometimes rude and he doesn't realize what he's saying and how offensive it can be. So I think we just need to be patient.
Viso think his head too filled with shadows. He needs to walk more in light.
Maybe that too.
Oh, that's fucking great.
I'm sorry, I did that on purpose. Also, was that mean?
Definitely, but it was fucking hilarious.
uh, but yeah, with all this, Quick Ben's gonna be like, with all the praying and ceremony, um, I think we should probably head back to camp. I mean, they're probably drunk and sleeping by now, but
Great, then they're not a bother. We didn't actually finish with the cards. All we've done is show Nazo that he's on the card without really talking about how they're linked. Like the reading we got.
oh, the reading, yes, yes, yes. Well, basically, it showed that various players are involved. The Magi in Chain, Magi in Shadow, um, the Knight of Death, the Knight in Chain, the Fool in Shadow, and also
Oh,
Obelisk
the
and
Fool in
Manifest in
Shadow
Quebec.
is Pust. By the way, the Fool in Shadow is Pust.
Oh God, you
You
know
know our
that man.
buddy? I love him. He's a lot of fun.
But yeah,
He is an interesting character. I will give you that.
seems thoroughly unstable.
Hence the Fool. But by the way, I was very surprised you were not the Fool.
Of course, Pigu. What were you? Weren't you the fool of something?
No, I'm the Magi. I understand your confusion because you are also a Magi, and I don't understand how we are equal rank.
In a card game.
A Magic card game. I don't think you realize the importance the Magic adds to the cards.
This isn't a game. These cards represent beings of great power that shift the very fate of the world.
Which card is Ben then?
Yeah, which card is Ben?
I prefer to be what I like to call an outside player. You two are now involved in the game, tied to your house.
What?
You are
Huh?
bound by the rules.
And you're not?
I
What does that mean? What freedoms do you have that we don't?
uh,
So
well, for one,
is an outside player or he is an unaligned?
I'm not like part of the like. There's no card that represents Quick Ben, if that's what you're thinking.
That's what we were trying to figure out.
And what advantage does that give him?
Well, it means that he's not bound to any one god.
Whoa! Hold on a second. You said I was a Magi of Shadows?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm bound to fucking shadows?
Yes.
How do I not be that?
Ben, do you?
Can we like burn the
There-
card? Like what do I do?
There are ways, but they usually involve pissing off a god.
Do you piss off your own god or a different god?
Well, the best way I know to no longer in the deck of dragon die. So
Is to die? Is that what you said?
yeah,
Damn it.
like that's the best way I know. But if I mean, you could always just call up Shadow Throne and be like, "Hey, could you stop using me as a tool?" And you can see what he says.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a resignation letter?
I've never known of Shadow Throne to let anything go, and I'm pretty sure that still includes the Empire. I believe Lassine rules, but there are probably hidden fingers pulling the strings.
Hmm.
There's no way he's a leader of the Empire still. He wouldn't let such things happen to the people.
You wouldn't let things happen to. True, true. Things have gotten out of hand under Lassine's rule. I mean, she did kill them after all. So it might be that he's pulling strings. It might be that he plans revenge. But I don't think he would. If you're referring to the mess in Seven Cities, that had nothing to do with Shadow Throne. Although I'm quite sure after hearing what Viso told me about your escapades there he had a bit of like he did a bit of fun stuff down there kind of thing.
God damn it, Viso. How many times do we have to tell you that loose lips sink ships?
Is Ivara
But
in the Death of
also,
Dragon?
we're on land.
God, oh!
Is Ivara in the Death of Dragons?
I'm sure.
You're sure?
He said I'm not sure.
Well, do you
Huh.
have all the cards? Can we look at them?
Let's look at it.
Yeah.
Can we like rifle through and see who's who?
Yeah.
Maybe we recognize people?
Let's do it.
let me get the list.
If I can remember
Oh, shit.
correctly, maybe there's kings and queens, magi's. I think the House of Chains was the biggest one.
Really? How do you know so much about the Death of Dragons?
It's uh, you're from this world, right?
Do I know about the Death of Dragons?
Yeah, they're like tarot cards. They're pretty common. There's like readers and stuff in almost every city, but they usually charge a lot because it's like I'm doing a very magical, powerful thing here, but pay me.
Oh, so that would mean I'd have to have talked to somebody, right?
Yeah.
I didn't like the people in my village. They're assholes. Tried to stay away from them when I could.
Well, Pigu, it's like tarot cards.
You know,
People
you
give
think I
you
know
readings.
what tarot cards are?
It's Okay, hold on. I can't explain this to you. This is hard. Okay, they show you a bunch of cards, and based off of what the card shows is like your future. But these are like the world's future. I'm just pulling this out of my ass. I have no actual idea.
I would expect no less from Mazo.
But Azo should know. When I was
still-
young, the cards that were pulled for me were always the High House of Light.
You sure about that?
I was the Priest of Light.
You were?
I was destined to...
You sure you weren't just using like a normal Death of?
Oh, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
God. You'd have to go all the way to fucking. Oh wow.
There is...
I
You
just
do have a
click the
handout
play.
for the Deck of Dragons as well.
Yeah, I do. Can you guys see it? I clicked Dota player.
Yeah, I had it open. I can see it, but yeah, I don't know if it popped up. But yeah.
Okay. Which one looks like Ibarra?
I don't know.
Do we
Roll a
recognize it?
Roll a perception check, both of you, and also Arcana check.
My perception's horrible, though. Oh shit, that's the wrong one.
Well, my Arcana's decent. What?
Hey, me too.
How does he have more Arcana than me? Grumble, grumble.
I don't know.
So,
How do I? Isn't your intelligence really high?
I think we have the same intelligence, which is math.
Are you proficient in
I'm not
Arcana?
proficient.
Oh, I
No,
am.
That explains it.
I was
So?
trained in homeschooling.
So Evan, what do we see? What do we see?
Acrobatics.
just
Whoops.
a second.
Pigu does a backflip. Pigu, you're way too excited. I'm looking for anybody that I recognize. I don't really care about Yvara. I've never seen people revealed in the cards before. They've always just been cards. I think Quick Ben is pulling a magic trick on us. He's trying... Yeah, nope.
So
I come to my own conclusion.
You don't see one, but you guys are drawn towards this church. And it's actually from the High House War. And it is card Hunt.
Which card you got there, Pigu?
He's the hunter?
Yeah.
What's she hunting?
Yeah, Yvara.
Basically,
What you hunted?
you kind of like look and you see Vara like crouched down in like some bushes, and it's like at the edge of a cliff. But then all you kind of see at the edge of the cliff is like a lone black figure, but you can't make it out. But that's all you. So kind of looks like she's hunting whoever's at that cliff.
I wish Adam was here so he could be super triggered.
I
A
know,
lone
right?
black figure? Black, specifically?
Ah. All right. Well, at least we know who Yvara is aligned with.
War. Maybe.
Interesting. Well, I think what we need to do is we need to figure out how to get that sword, and the sword has gone traveling because of jealousy or envy. Sorry, that was her name, right? Envy.
Lady Envy, yes.
Ah. So, Quick Ben, any ideas how to intercept the sword and get it?
Oh fuck! I'm not going any near those two if they're fighting. No.
Oh, but Envy has a thing for Oz.
I don't think that's gonna matter.
I am gorgeous, I have you know.
Why won't it matter?
I think she
Soul
gets what she
taking
wants.
Dragon. Soul taking dragon versus soul taking dragon. I don't want to be near that stuff with you.
Yes,
Pigu
You're a
loves that
madman.
sort of stuff.
they are beautiful. Okay
At
then.
this point, Quick Ben's gonna reach into his cloak, pull out like a pipe, and fill it with some stuff, and take a long lights it with a little flick of his finger, and it like.
Is he taking a bon hoot?
Quick
He's
Ben, are you
taking
gonna
a
share?
pipe hoot. He's taking a big fat pipe food, and he's just kind of like, yeah, you guys really have brought a lot to my attention in the past couple of days.
You're welcome.
I think we're gonna need to think on this whole shit for a little bit. But as I said,
Oh
and I'm sorry to be a
my
bit of a
god.
failure here,
Can I make you a
but
snack quick, Ben?
wait, what?
Can I make you a snack real quick? We can all have a little bit. Trust me, it's a
The
delicacy.
munchie?
Yeah?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
You hungry? You want some?
Somewhat.
It's just a cracker snack.
Why do you have cracker snack?
My, uh, I don't know. I just always have my rations. They're like little like wafers. Put some herbs and
Oh,
some,
okay.
yeah. Don't worry, you take another one of your smoky smokes and I will make you a snack.
You guys want any?
Yeah, everybody can have some if they want some.
I am not gonna eat it, but I'm gonna watch what happens.
I'll pretend to make some for everybody. But I want to take like, I don't know, 2 little rations or like crackers. I don't know what they are. I'm gonna put a little bit of honey in between his crackers. Put 2 of them together, and then give everybody like 2 crackers, and have him have a little bit of honey in it.
Um. Okay. Well, you're gonna hand them to people, and this is gonna be fun, cause I know. Check.
I can deceive if you'd like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you roll like one sleight of hand to make sure no one saw you doing that if you're trying to deceive them,
Well, I wouldn't do it
and
out in the
then
open. I'd like turn my back and go through my bag and like
do it in your bag, kind of.
sort of like rummage around and dip a cracker in honey.
Well, I would like do deception, and then everyone else is gonna probably make perception checks to like eat.
Yeah, I only want Quick Ben's to have honey on it though.
Okay, well he's gonna definitely make a perception check. It's gonna be a disadvantage though.
Yeah, he's chill, right? Super chill.
He's high now, right? He just took a bond boot. His guard is down.
Ooh, okay, it's an 11.
Here we go.
Let's see.
What kind of rolls can I produce today? Booyah. Shitty
Okay,
roll.
so he takes the cracker from you and he eats it. And within a couple minutes, he starts tripping balls. And he's kind of like rolling on the ground. And he's just like, you hear him talking to himself.
What does he say? What does he say?
You hear, God, it's crowded in this body. Well, it's not my fault. You need to get out. We all are stuck in. We all need.
Whoa.
Yeah, but Ben's always the one in charge. He needs to let us out sometime.
Whoa, this is fucked. Okay, Pigu,
Whoa.
I gave him honey.
What?
I
What
gave
is happening?
I gave him
He
some of
basically
the
begins
fancy
having
honey.
conversation, but in 11 different voices, and they're all coming from him.
Shit.
I don't know what I
the
did.
hell?
I sort of regret this.
Biso doesn't like this. What did you do?
Oh my god. What are we
What
gonna
did you
do?
put on the cracker?
Biso, I tell you nothing. Loose lips sink ships.
Ozzo, did you do what I think you did?
No.
well, Biso is gonna make an insight check.
Do you want me to deceive again?
Yes, please.
It's okay. I'm a masterful liar.
Apparently, because Biso totally believes you. and it's just like, what's going on? This guy's freaking the fuck out.
He smoked something, Viso. Have you ever smelt that before?
I know what he did, but I don't tell.
Yeah, I would tell people. I'd be like, I give money.
Okay, I'm like, you know what? You impressed me. That I am. I didn't think you had it in you, honestly.
And now is the perfect time to end his miserable life. I pull out my
You're
sword.
not allowed that.
Or I
Whoa,
guess
whoa,
it's
whoa.
a dagger.
I do admit this is really sketchy, but he's only been helpful since we've talked to him. Do you want to do this?
I assume somebody just physically stops me. I don't.
So for one, it's gonna be like, no.
I don't like really, really hard try to do it. If somebody just stands in front of me, I'll not do it.
Viso will
I would
literally
stand
just
in front
look
of
up
you.
and be like, no. He
But,
was
like-
nice to Viso, and he fixed, and he said sorries and made friends with you. Why you gotta be like that, Otto? He's trying to help.
I don't trust him. Malazan mages aren't to be trusted.
Does
But
Ben say anything else?
but also you Malazan, you wizard.
Yeah, but I don't
see.
support the military.
You're a soldier.
No!
You were.
I just do what I have to do to survive. Quick,
And
Ben, he's a part of the problem.
I don't think you have to kill him to survive.
You've seen what he did? He shackled us. Like they do to all mages.
Does he have his shackles?
You can
Oh my
search his
god, yes!
person.
Let's search him.
What do I need to search?
Time.
Just-
We've got about 4 hours before he wakes up.
Just make an investigation check. Oh, by the way, his tiny hut is totally disappeared because
Oh,
Yeah, no
okay. Then I
conversation.
made a tiny hut. I'll make a tiny hut then. I'll ritual. 10 minutes.
Can I take those 10 minutes to search his person?
Mm-hmm.
If you won't let me kill him, let me take away his powers! I want to spell focus. That's what I want.
So you pat him down and you find a couple acorns and a string with 3 beads on it.
I just throw the acorns. Like when I find an acorn in his pocket, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Find another, I'm like, really?
When you throw it,
I don't know, you said we're near a cliff? Near a beach or something like that? I would just like, any random direction, I would just be like, what the fuck does he have an acorn for?
so you throw the first acorn,
I like throw it over my shoulder as I'm like rifling through his stuff. Just throw it behind me.
you just throw it over your shoulder.
Yep.
Okay. So Viso is behind you. I'm gonna see if she sees you doing this. If not, it might be a very bad time for her.
Oh god. I assume she would be watching and making sure I'm not killing him.
Okay, so she sees you do it and ducks, and it goes like flying past her, and yeah, it's gonna explode into a fireball.
Oh my god.
And Viso looks at you and is just like, Azo, stop!
That's not my fault.
I'm pretty sure it was.
How the hell should I know there's a fireball acorn? He has more of these things.
Well, there was two of them. You threw one, and there's also a bead with string with 3 beads on.
A string with 3 beads on it. Pigu, you want an acorn?
Yes.
Okay. Here, have this acorn. Be very careful with it. Apparently they're explosive. Is there any way to like decipher how to use those? I don't really care. I just give it to Pigu. I make sure I carry it really carefully so that it doesn't explode. I'm like, here, you'll have fun with this.
This is what happens when you go through a wizard's pocket.
And he has a string with 3 beads.
Yeah,
Are they like black, brown?
they're blue.
Blue beads. He's got blue balls. 3 blue balls.
They're just like little tiny beads.
I
They're not like
touched.
they're not like
I touched all 3 beads together.
you get a large static shock.
Ah! Oh fuck! I don't know. Like, is this like necklace-sized string, or is it just like a straight piece of string?
It's a necklace-sized string.
Okay, I put it in my pocket. Pigu, didn't he have your thing? Your
He gave
He
back
returned
your-
the bead.
where is that? Oh, okay.
What? He's not gonna have it, because I have it.
Does he have a book or anything like that? He seems pretty wizardy.
I mean, he doesn't have a spell book?
I haven't found one yet.
Something wizard he thinks he is. Okay, so I'm gonna say at the end of this exercise, we found this and the hut's back up. Is there anything else?
All I've seen so far is acorns and this weird bead necklace. It's shocked me.
Hmm.
Yeah, nothing besides from that has really happened. So yeah.
So what are we gonna do when he?
I think we should tie him up and strip him naked.
What the fuck?
He's a wizard. Like what do you think that's gonna accomplish? He can still cast spells.
Ah, but if he has no focus and he has no materials, he won't be able to cast spells because he doesn't have an innate ability. I've studied this shit, man.
Huh.
I'm so ready.
Okay. And then where does that leave us? Trapped here on the corner of the world?
Well, we're not that far from where we were and where we're going.
Do you? Oh, right. Because he had a map. So
Yeah, he
we
showed us
actually
the
know
map.
where we are.
The city of Bastion is just a little to the northwest.
Well, you guys are here, and you were supposed to go back to the camp and then go here with Karuli because he wanted to do some stuff there. And basically, the Malazans, why I have that line there, is their plan is to bring the Barghast back to here, help Kapustan, and then make a spearhead straight for their capital at World.
Where did we fly to on the dragonflies?
You guys are back here now at the Barghast Steppe. Your camp.
So we're
was
several
here.
days journey, right?
Yeah, we're still up here, right?
Mm.
Okay.
So the only way that we can transport back to where we came from. Wait a minute. How do doesn't he have an object that he can use to transfer between the planes? I mean, it's either the acorn or the beaded rope, right?
Well, that's what he found with his investigation of 13.
I mean,
He
That
checked
wasn't
a
me.
couple pockets and patted him
no,
down.
that was my investigation. He never rolled investigation. Matt never rolled.
Oh, then you would have found that stuff.
You're supposed to be able to take 10 minutes and succeed on any skill check.
Yeah, I would let him do his 10 minutes while I'm doing my.
Oh,
Supposed
oh,
to.
if
You don't
you're
have to
doing
do it that way. But yeah, I search his
Yeah.
entire body for 10 minutes.
Oh God. In that case, sweet Jesus. Well, you're gonna find his spell book. You're
Check.
gonna find his spell focus. You're gonna find his coin purse. You're going to find a dagger. You're going to find, instead of the 2 acorns, you're going to find like 10 of them.
Okay.
That string with 3 beads on it. You are going to find a collection of twigs that are all equal length. and width.
Twig?
Twigs. Yes.
Okay.
And also a large ball of wine.
Huh.
A large ball of what?
Wine.
A ball of wine.
Twine.
Oh,
With a
twine.
T. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so we can strip him naked and we could tie him up, sure. But at this stage, he has done nothing but be helpful to us. What would we be accomplishing by doing this?
We would be in control of the situation. I start like tying him up with this twine.
I mean, you're right.
I
We
was
would.
very conflicted by this.
Who is?
Viso.
Well, whatever. Azo.
Viso, here is a collection of twigs.
Viso no one. God. You stole that. You're being mean on me.
I'm doing this for our protection, Viso.
Protection from what?
From
Guy who
him.
helped us?
You did hear him speaking multiple, like, there's multiple people in there. How are we
He's-
supposed to trust him when
he's-
there's multiple personalities?
He's still spasming. This is really, really weird.
Well, maybe if you didn't drug him, maybe he's just talking about what he's dreaming. Maybe he's dreaming of 12 people.
Viso, he drugged himself. He smoked something.
You. I don't know. Viso doesn't like this. Regardless, you're taking advantage of someone who's just like.
Viso, it's just his turn. He put us in shackles. Now we put him in shackles. It's all a good time. No one will get hurt unless one of these acorns explode.
Okay, but I
Viso-
really don't know how we act on this, Azo. Like, once he wakes up, what are we going to do? What is your plan?
We've got some time, right? I don't have a plan. We've got some time. We can formulate.
Right. No, you're right. We do have time, and we do have time to sit down and talk about this. But he is not going to be happy with us if he wakes up naked and bound. Now, maybe we are in control, but he's going to be very grudging. And as soon as he gets his stuff back, he is going to lose his shit and fight us. Is that really the situation we want to be in?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. That's why I would be happy to try and figure out what the best path forward is. If you could feel better having him tied up and naked to start, we can do that, and then we can talk.
Well, it would be kind of comfortable to have to strip him down, but I'll at least remove his implements. That way, he'll talk to us honestly.
I mean, he'll talk to us with in a different context. Like, he is going to be helpless, but he still probably. Here's what I think. Let me propose a path forward. He is going to wake up. He's going to find himself tied. He's going to be like, "What the fuck happened?" We're going to tell him that we heard him fall into some sort of a stupor, and we heard him speaking with multiple voices. And we'll ask him to explain that because we tied him up for our safety. If he is still the reasonable Ben that we've been dealing with, he should understand that we did this as a precaution and that we would be willing to untie him once we have a satisfactory answer. What do you think of that?
That's good, and we can say that he was using things. Look, there's a big explosion over there. Everything's burnt. He threw an acorn at us.
Okay, if you really want to. But the point is, we need to give him a path forward to like untying himself, because if he can't, he's going to just freak out and attack us. And it would be like, I have no idea what these voices are, and like that is truly disturbing to me.
Yeah, we should look into this a little bit now that we have some time.
Can we do anything to investigate that further while he's knocked out?
Do I have any
Well,
magic?
he's settled down now. I don't know. You can.
Boom! I cast fucking detect thoughts on him as he's fucking dreaming. I got something for this! Oh, and I like touch his head and get visions.
Okay,
My
cool.
mind to your mind, my thoughts to your thoughts.
So, what you see is 7 cities actually, and you see that Quick Ben is the assistant of some high mage in one of the cities, and currently the city is besieged by the Malazan Empire, and it seems like it's a long time ago. Like it's basically it's around the time that 7 cities was first conquered by the Malazan Empire, and as we all know, it just rebelled. But anyways, um, basically this high mage is gonna like lead Quick Ben down these secret tunnels and stuff, and he's going to lead him out to the desert where he meets um, you know this through Quick Ben, but they're the various high mages, like the most powerful mages in 7 cities, all got together to try to escape the Malazan Empire because we all know what the Malazan Empire does with mages, right? And
Yep. Well, at least I do it. I've been trying to tell everyone what they do.
also, unbeknownst to the high mages and all that, Quick Ben had made a deal with an assassin named Kalam Makar, who uh, who you guys met briefly in 7 cities as well, who was apparently a good friend of that fiddler guy you traveled with for a bit. Anyways, what's going to happen is Quick Ben is going to be like traveling through the desert and stuff like that, and basically they're traveling through just the wasteland and stuff like that, and the mages and stuff they slowly start like dying and stuff. But as they do so, they made a plan, and they start performing these ceremonies in which they use Quick Ben as a vessel. At this point, he's called Ben Adefon Delat. He has not had the nickname of Quick Ben yet. But they perform these rituals in which the person who's like closest to dying of dehydration and or starvation, their soul is shifted from their body into Quick Ben's body, and basically you watch this process until the very last one, and it's just Quick Ben left, and he has like these 11 other souls in his body, including his own, and he's become this being of immense power and magic, basically able to harness the magical capabilities of 12, well, I'm gonna say mages, but basically they're various wizards, sorcerers, warlocks, etc. So he can harness all their powers, including his own, and he's being trailed by these bridge burners who you are now with, but they're being led by Whiskey Jack and stuff like that, and that fiddler guy is with them too. And when they finally get to Quick Ben, um, he'd also had been like leaving signals in the sand for that assassin guy, and once they finally meet, they're kind of like, it's over, blah 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 blah, and he's like, don't be too sure. And then at that point, Fiddler and this other guy, they immediately point crossbows at the assassin, being like, we know what you guys were doing. Um, and basically, yeah, you learn that Quick Ben's story before he met up with the bridge burners and ended up actually joining them as their secret superpower weapon that only really Kalam, Fiddler, and Whiskey Jack, who is now dead, knew about. like the actual real potential of him, kind of thing. Certain other extreme higher ups know as well, but they've all kind of like sworn to secrecy. Like High Fist Dujek knows as well. But yeah, basically he is like this super mage that has 12 souls in his body, and each soul basically, like, imagine yourself as a player, right? You have various spell slots and stuff like that. Well, he has like 12 character sheets that he can use.
What?
Freaky business.
And like every magical class, excluding Bard.
Okay, I want to probe deeper while I have a chance. I want to know what his end goal is. And he has to make a wisdom save against my spell DC.
What is your spell?
It's currently 17.
Because I think he's gonna pass.
Well, it's all about the roll of the dice. He passes.
Shit.
So then the spell ends.
The spell ends. Does he wake up or?
Well, that would be the honey holding him down, not the spell. I just,
Okay.
I'm blocked from his mind after I probe deeper.
Okay.
So you tell me this, right?
Yeah, as it's all happening, I'm like, I'm seeing Ben
Right.
going to this, and he's now 12 people. There's 12 souls in Ben.
And like, we get a sense of his power, right? Like you and me both know, like, shit, right?
Well, I at least know he's got 12 souls stuck in him. I've seen him do some weird things.
Shh. So he's gonna wake up naked and bound. What do you and we know all of this shit about him. What do you think he's going to do?
Well, maybe we shouldn't strip him naked.
Well, he's already naked, isn't he? I thought he was naked when you were doing that.
No, I
That would
didn't.
be very weird. Just naked, lying there on the ground, softly touching his head.
I just went through all of his shit, and then like detected. Well, then we discussed what we should do to him, and I like started to tie him up with his own twine, just in case he started thrashing around or something like that. But I didn't want to actually remove his clothing because that's weird.
Oh, where do we go from here, though? Because like, I mean, we don't compare. Us four, we try to fight that, we're gonna lose, right? Like maybe we could, but we would, like, I'm exhausted from the flight, and I don't know, I think everybody else is tired. I don't think we could take that on.
Yeah, I think we should take a rest and just let
He's gonna
him
wake
wake up naturally.
And not let on that we know what we know.
We'll see what he says when he wakes up.
That's an interesting thought. Let me just put out another thought, and then we can see where that would go. I could reach out to my associate, the chained one, and see what he might think. Because that is a being of power, and we are not beings of power.
Yeah, and you have an easy way. You have the marble. Oh my god, ask about Yisha.
Oh, yeah, I could do that too. But are we gonna, like, I can answer about Yisha anytime. What are we gonna do about a conked out Quick Ben?
I don't know. I'm not so much afraid of him anymore. Now that I know
You're
who
not
he
afraid
is.
of him now that you've seen this?
His history seems to lead towards that he was good and has noble intentions.
That was a noble intention? Like, he hired an assassin, and the assassin killed the mages, and he absorbed the mages' power.
Whoa, I didn't see that.
No, no. He hired the assassin to help him when the bridge burners eventually caught up with him. Because what happened is the assassin, well, Ozzo would know this too. But the assassin basically was like, "Oh, hey, bridge burners, I'm gonna lead you through the desert to help you find these people." But the whole time they've been like signaling each other with like a twig turn that way, a line in the sand here, a rock turn just a little bit north instead of west, kind of thing. So
So he was helping the
and
bridge burners. Is that what you're
but
saying?
No, he was
but the
helping
bridge
Quick
burners.
Ben by slowing down the bridge burners.
He
Oh,
was,
okay.
and at the end, if they found him, he was gonna like help him fight, kind of thing, to escape. But
Oh,
basically,
okay.
what
How did
happened?
the mages transferred their souls to Quick Ben, and that was planned? And
Yeah, basically, because he was the youngest, and therefore had the most like potential to be able to withstand it, kind of thing. Like his body
oh,
was strong enough
oh,
and
so
not
he
old
didn't
and
steal
aging.
the souls. It was out of
No,
desperation that he
it
acquired them.
was out of desperation that they wanted to keep living through his body. But basically, as they did so, unbeknownst to them, like he retained control of his body and is able to just like harness their powers, but at the same time, like has their knowledge, has their feelings. He's basically 12 people in one.
Oh, okay, okay, that changes things. Okay, I thought this was like, oh shit, he's gonna wake up and he's gonna be pissed. And now he might still, but he also had good intentions originally.
Yeah, and the thing was like the bridge burners and all that. When like they finally met up with Quick Ben and were gonna capture him, and the assassin was ready to like remove his ruse and all that stuff. They had already figured it out, and they were kind of like, "Look, we can either kill you and do what we were told to do, or we can say we killed you, give you a new name, Quick Ben, instead of blah 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 blah, and you come join the military. And I asked my higher ups to put you specifically in my squad, and I think they'll do it because we're good buddies that go way back." And that is exactly what happened. And ever since then, he's basically just been there, like what they call a shaved knuckle in the hole. And as I explained, that expression
Oh,
from the game of Knuckles, and that if someone's eating their shaved knuckle, which is basically just dice.
okay. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with Ozzo's plan. Taking a rest, letting him wake up
It's
normally, and
basically like their ace in the sleeve kind of.
cool, cool.
And ever since then, they've all kind of been like family. And if you're asking about end goals, from what he's been saying, you would deduce that it would be, well, not destruction of the world, possibly a little betterness for people, less chaos and misery being spread by Higu's god.
I mean, I don't think chaos is bad. I just think that you need moderation.
Well, that's just the thing. Like there there's a lot of like bad shit in the world, and that's probably never gonna stop.
There's just too much
But
bad shit right now. We need to tap it
exactly,
down a bit.
it would be nice to make life a little less shitty at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. I want to be moderately chaotic, you know? Okay, that sounds good.
But
So I'm good with Ozma's plan. I'm getting a rest.
so so you guys take a rest, and do you guys
In
give
our
him
tiny
stuff
hut.
back, or do you? Because he's gonna be
What was
waking
that?
up in about 2 hours. So if you take a rest, he's gonna wake up and you guys are gonna be asleep.
But just a
Ugh, can
short
we
rest,
do
or
shifts?
Oh, you can short rest, yeah.
when's the last time we've slept? Yeah, I might just pass right the fuck out.
Yeah, like
Honestly, it's
Piku's
probably
exhausted.
been a good like 3 days since you guys actually took a rest.
It's okay.
3 days?
My
What?
anxiety keeps me awake. Paranoia helps.
No,
Okay, well, I
no,
guess
actually,
we just do the
no.
short
You're
rest.
right. You're right. No, it hasn't been 3 days. it's been like 3 sessions since she's taken a rest, is what I
Yeah.
meant to say.
Yeah, but like we did the big flight, you know, like we found Ozzo, we flew,
It's been
we
about a
borrowed
day
fought.
and a half since you guys have taken a rest. So
So
Eva,
sleepy.
yeah, Eva is pretty rough right
Let's put Quick Ben outside the hut, and then just rest.
I mean, we could make a new hut. I can't, if I take him outside, he's allowed to come back in because I made it with him in the inside. Do we need to do?
Yeah, well, if he wakes up pissed, maybe we should tie him up, and then when he starts freaking out, he'll wake us up.
now. Well, it all depends
Um,
how he wakes up. I mean, if he wakes up tied up without his stuff, yeah, he might freak out. If he wakes up not tied up with his stuff, he'd probably be like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah, I like the idea of giving him his stuff back
But he's
and
dangerous in
treating
this
him
state.
trustworthy.
Like he's thrashing around having crazy visions. We don't know if he's gonna cast magic in his sleep.
Come on, this is moderate chaos. It's fine. Whatever.
Modern day.
As I had said earlier, his freak out has ceased. It's like he's just sleepy times now.
I give him back my acorn that Ozzo gave me.
Yeah, I don't really want. That's weird. No, I wanna look at his spell book for sure. I wanna flip through that.
Cool.
See what kind of magic he's
you
into.
see a lot of spells that you've never even seen or heard of before.
Wait, how long does it take for us to copy spells?
I don't know. I'm pretty well trained. I'm pretty well schooled in magic. I've got good histories,
2 hours
good
per
magic
level.
knowledge.
We won't have time unless he has 1 level spells.
You need like a shit ton of reagents as well to copy a spell.
Grumble, 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 grumble. I want a transportation circle. That's what I really want. I want to know how to transport.
Can I roll anything to try and recognize spells? Just anything that's like out of the ordinary that like normal wizards don't know. Anything really evil.
Everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do see about 3 spells that just don't make sense because they're in a 10th level spell slot. Well, like you know how like wizards and stuff there's like 9th level spells. Well,
Yeah.
he has some 10th level spells, and you're just like, these don't exist. What? These don't exist. This doesn't make sense.
Pigu, look at this. I've
I
never
help.
seen these before.
What are they?
They seem extremely powerful. I've never even heard of it before. Can we decipher the words or anything?
You can just kind of like, you can read their title.
Yeah, let's read the titles.
Yeah, like if it's written in common or if it's like Latin or something weird.
There's one called Comic, right? Another called Anti-Magic Cloud. And
Oh, this is some
another
next
one
level shit.
called, and another one called Planar Disruption.
Planar disruption?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. We gotta figure out who these people are inside of Quick Ben.
Huh.
But I'll like tuck his book back into wherever he had it.
That's crazy.
This guy's
well-
dangerous.
I'm ready to let him wake up. I'm now.
All right. Well,
I'm just
you
gonna-
guys are gonna.
I'm gonna like lean up against a rock or something, and I'll just keep watch, you guys.
Well, you guys do all this and all that, and he's gonna wake up, and we're gonna see what happens next session because it's getting pretty late, and I gotta go to bed, you guys.
Excellent.
Wow, that sounds like you're setting up for combat. Just don't have time to.
not setting up for a combat, but I do need to figure out what the fuck to do.
He should. You
'Cause
should
it's
wake
like,
up feeling
he's
like a
gonna
donkey
know-
kicked him in the head.
Yeah, but he's gonna know something went wrong because he's had all trippy visions and stuff. He's like,
He
that
smoked
doesn't
something
happen
weird.
when you he smokes his pipe, man. He's been
I
smoking
totally
his
think
pipe
we
for a
should
long
tell him the
time.
truth. Ozzo?
That I drugged him? No!
Yeah, I think it was a very reasonable precaution.
Okay.
This gave us insight into his motives, and we've now come to the conclusion that we trust him. Right?
Mostly.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with being like, hey, our friend here wasn't convinced about your trustworthiness, and yeah, we had a certain ingredient in the cracker snatch.
Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to tell him how we did it, though. I don't want to mention the honey at all. We'll just say that I worked some magic.
Okay, if you want, you do what you're comfortable with. If you want to say you worked some magic to learn more about his motives, like
Yeah.
we now know more about his motives and have come to further trust him.
Yeah, and he'll be untied, and he won't be missing anything, so he shouldn't be in a. You know, he might feel defiled, but he shouldn't be too upset.
Well, and you know what? Even if he is upset or whatever, like he can destroy us if he wants to. But I think he is looking for trustworthy companions, all cards on the table, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, we now have all the cards. As I like fan
He has
out the
art.
deck of dragons in my hands.
Give those back.
Oh, okay.
No, but he has our cards too. He knows who we're associated with. So like, there's no secrets between us, you know?
Yeah, we know everything. Well, I wouldn't say we know everything yet, but
We don't know everything, and he doesn't know everything about us, but we know enough about each other that we know where we're coming from and why we're doing what we're doing.
We got this.
He knows now not to take things from Ozzo and put them in his mouth.
Huh?
How does he know that? He has no idea. You might be able to put two and two together, but
I'm pretty sure he will. Yeah.
I put my fist out in front of Pigu for like a fist bump.
Oh, I totally fist it back. I'm like,
Yeah!
I am
And
impressed.
while
I did
all
not
of
think
this
you
has
had it.
happened,
I do a big
Nico
explosion
and
thing.
Laura have just been looking at you with these like blank expressions of like, seriously, seriously.
I imagine them just being like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" And everything's just happening
Pretty
too
much
fast.
The whole time they're just fucker.
Just trust me, I'm not crazy, okay? I'm not crazy. Don't listen to Piku.
All right, well I gotta get going, guys. So I'll
Hey, thanks for
see
the
you
session.
guys.
That was super
That was a lot of
interesting.
RP. Yeah, that was a lot of craziness. I
Pork
wasn't
break, Ben.
expecting this to go that way. Ozzo. I love how you guys are like, we take the reins now, right? And I'm just sitting here like, I am not prepared for this in the least.
Rebel against the DM.
Like, I'm sorry, this whole session has been improv for me.
Me too. I haven't pre-planned any of this. It was just like in the spur of the moment. I was like, "Oh, I have an opportunity to like take control."
I
Gain
mean, like,
knowledge.
this is all information that does actually, like, I'm not giving you just random bullshit. It's stuff that actually does pertain to the story and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I didn't expect you guys to, like, read this guy's mind and discover who he is yet. That shit was supposed to come later.
Oh, it was so awesome. I was like, I must have a spell to do something that in this situation. I've got detect thoughts in my slot. I'm like, yes! Wow.
It's a good spell. It's a good spell. It kind of sucks, though. Is it touch, or...
No, it's 30-foot range.
Oh, that's not bad. It says range self, though.
I guess I cast it on
Oh,
myself.
'cause
Yeah, I can
you
read
can
the
focus
thoughts
your
of.
mind on any one creature that you see within 30 feet. Oh, you cast it on yourself, but the target. Okay, I see. I see
Yeah,
how it works. Okay.
so I could have read anyone's thoughts, but I focused on Quick Ben.
Oh, okay. That's all right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Awesome. You
Yep.
too.
Thanks.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my god, I gotta go to the bathroom.